Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a watercolour robin. What you will need is a pencil, some paints, a paintbrush and some water. So first of all, you want to start by drawing quite a small circle, like so. Then draw a larger circle which just overlaps, and you're going to be rubbing some lines out, so make sure you press very, very softly with your pencil. You then want to make a neck and a tail, a beak and an eye. And then you can draw on your legs, which kind of point forwards. And then once you've done that, you can rub out the overlapping lines and any other lines that you don't need. So this is why it's really important to press very, very gently when you're sketching. And then once you have done that, you can start adding your detail and really take your time on this bit and make your lines nice and soft and neat, and you can press a little bit harder now when you're adding in the detail. Now get your paints ready and I will show you how to paint your bird. So first of all, I started with some yellow just to paint over the robin's breast. Make sure that your brush is quite watery so it blends on nicely, but you don't want too much water on your brush so that it makes your page wet. You can add a little bit of yellow along the back and along the wing, and just a little bit at the bottom, as you can see. Now you want to add a little bit of red, so mix this into your palette and then you can apply it on top of the yellow and it gives you that nice orangey red colour. So make sure you nice and neatly paint around the eye and around the beak and fill it all in. You can add a little bit more red, maybe on the breast area, and make sure you paint really neatly right up to the line. Okay, once you've done this, you want to start painting along the back of the robin and down to the wing. So again, really nice and neatly paint all the way down, filling in every little white gap. This joins up to just above the eye, and then you can make the bottom of the tail really nice and neat. So make sure you take your time with this. You can add different types of browns. You can add a little more detail, make it a little bit darker along the top. Again, make sure you paint right up to the line and make sure it's really nice and neat. I'm just adding a little bit more texture in here, making some dark areas, make it look a bit more like feathers. Okay, and then when you have done that, you want to, this is a little bit trickier. What I did was I mixed up a little bit of a kind of a greeny blue colour and I made it really watery, okay, just to add a bit more detail and effect along the bottom. So you just want to add it in just that corner, just underneath where the wing would be, okay, but only a small bit because you want most of this area to be white. Okay, so just try and blend it in really carefully. And then you'd like to get some dark brown on your brush and make sure it's not very watery this time, okay? So try and get as much water as you can off your brush, and then you can add in your detail for your eye and your beak as well as your feet. Okay, and then finally just touch up any areas that you'd like to add a little bit more detail to. And then your robin is complete. Finally, if you'd like to add any more detail, you can paint a nice snowy branch for your robin to stand on. You could also paint a nice blue sky or some snow if you wish as well.